Premier claims strict rules under the Environmental Protection and Enhancement Act will continue to be applied when it comes to Kevin O'Leary's Wonder Valley AI data centre. That act outlines how large-scale, complex projects trigger an environmental impact assessment. They're also meant for projects with potentially significant adverse effects around water. And this is proposed to be the biggest AI data centre in the world. So since this Wonder Valley proposal meets the criteria, why did the Minister of Environment not require an environmental impact assessment?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment and Protected Areas.
Mr. Speaker, Alberta's government continues to protect the environment using some of the highest environmental standards in the world, while ensuring responsible development can move forward. Data centres are an industry of the future. We need to secure the investment and infrastructure or risk being left behind as a lone spectator in a changing global market dominated by the U.S. We need to keep Canadian data in our hands, protect our interests, and keep our economy competitive for years to come. That's why we make sure that we have the lowest regulatory burden in the world.
Honourable member.
Given that doesn't explain why an environmental impact assessment wasn't required, Mr. Speaker. Wonder Valley is a massive energy and water-intensive project, and given an assessment is designed to answer questions like how much water will be used, where it will come from, and how impacts to communities will be mitigated. And that review informs monitoring to make sure the development serves in the best interest of Albertans without impacting their water. Given the project is proposed in a water-stressed part of the province, will the Minister of Environment share how issues normally addressed in an environmental impact assessment will be considered now?
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, all projects are assessed in Alberta. The Wonder Valley project was reviewed by an independent approvals officer as required by the law under APIA. The review found Wonder Valley is using standard, proven power and water systems that have been safely used in Alberta for decades, and determined an environmental impact assessment is not required in this case. This is a piece of legislation that's been around for 33 years, Mr. Speaker, not just for our government, but for the government that when the NDP were in as well. If they had concerns with this, why didn't they do something about it when they were there?
Mr. Speaker, this development was proposed in December. There's no way that a thorough environmental impact assessment has been completed in the last 3.5 months, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that's even a possibility. Given the Chief of Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation said his community wasn't consulted and has now sent a cease and desist letter to the Premier. The First Nations have trap lines in the area, rely on water from the Smoky River, and have already raised concerns about cumulative effects. Given the Premier told O'Leary that she could issue permits for this project, and then she suddenly whisked away to Mar-a-Lago. Were deals made by the Premier, Mr. Speaker?
Honourable Minister of the Environment.
Mr. Speaker, like any other new business, a data centre may access water through municipalities' existing water licenses or apply for their own water license. It is the responsibility of the project developer to select a location that can sustainably meet water needs through a new allocation, a license transfer, or municipal supplies. If we left it up to the NDP, Mr. Speaker, the reality is that nothing would be built in this province. That is why they're called the No Development Party.